Hello, my name is Brittany Porter. I am a spiritual coach and energy healer, and I help people who are neurodivergent step into their confidence, find their voice to help you manifest the life of your dreams. And what we are doing today is a quantum energy healing session. And so we have the new moon, or the full moon in Aries coming in, and so we have these new energies, new season. And so I wanted to come on and do like a relaxing session for everyone, and we'll focus on different things in the chat here. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm doing a TikTok live and talking to people in the chat. I know y'all can't see that on your end, but remember to like and subscribe if you want more healing videos. Okay, good morning, Justin. Hello. Okay, and thank you, Casey, for also letting me know about the music. So we're gonna do some cleansing and clearing and grounding, and then we'll take some requests from the chats of what to focus on here. And then if anybody has questions as we go along, feel free to ask. Oh, 111 people in here. Okay, good morning, good morning. So this is some Palo Santo. So if you are holding on to any stress or anxiety or worries, you can ask the cleansing and clearing to take it from your energy field. We're also going to be working with different crystals as well. So if you like crystals, you can stick around for that as well. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. And all you have to do is say, I accept, if you want to receive the healing. These beautiful rainbows back here. Put my music here so y'all can hear it better. If the music's too loud, let me know. And we have some incense here as well. So clearing anything from your energy field that is no longer serving you. This is the first time I've watched this video, so I'm gonna be watching it with y'all. Bird. Okay. And then while we're coming in with the sage here, if maybe you want to put in the chat something that you're working on releasing, or something that is no longer serving you, that you would like, not flute, that you would like released from your energy body or from your life, you can put it in the chat and I'll read some of them if anybody wants to share. If control is one of the things that you're working on, because control is the opposite of magic. I made a video about that earlier on my TikTok profile. That is something I am letting go of, is needing to control everything. Doing some smoke clearing from our energy fields. I release all negativity from myself and from others put into me. That's awesome, Bobby. Abraham Hicks, I'm sure a lot of people know her. Abraham Hicks talks about how sometimes we get very frustrated, upset around kind of negative experiences or people around our life, but like that contrast is very necessary, because the contrast shows us what we do want in our life. And so I always like to remind myself that when I'm experiencing negativity in my life. Yay, haven't seen you in a while. Oh, hey, good to see you too. Right. Putting some peppermint spray on my hands, so if anybody wants to receive some moon water, Florida water, you can say I accept. It's very good for cleansing and clearing. Peppermint spray is really good if you experience anxiety, because it helps snap you out of the rabbit holes that we get in, like catastrophizing, ruminating thoughts. So if you get something sprayed on you, it kind of like shocks your central nervous system. And so you can get out of that spiral. So if you want to accept that, you can as well. Oh. Y'all might hear my pug snoring in the backgrounds. He's sleeping hardcore back there. Which kind of adds to the ASMR bit, so it works out. I don't know if y'all can hear him or not. He's doing the most over here. He might come in the screen later. He might make an appearance. Okay, so what would we like to focus on for either amplifying as far as energy or releasing energy? It can be for physical health, emotional health, spiritual health, mental health, anything specific that we want to receive some quantum healing for. Mr. Pugs is part of the vibe at this point. He really is. He's my healer helper front. And whatever y'all would like to focus on, you can put in the chat down here. Hey, Jenny. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Let's do, since we have this beautiful orange yellow energy up here, we'll do confidence, focusing on confidence and amplifying that. Let's do, so this is Tiger's Eye, which is really good for confidence. Hey, Shayna. Oh, that's a good one. We'll do that one next. Harmony and family dynamics. Oh, I love that affirmation. A rich rising, friends. That is awesome. Hey, Gary. We're going to really focus this in our solar plexus chakra. These colors are pretty and vibrant, right? It's very, very lovely. Especially flowers. Flowers are like bold color flowers are really good for chakra healing or any like bold colors you have around your home. But flowers specifically can help you heal your energy bodies, the 4 that we talked about. And if you ask them to do that, they will do it for you. A transformative butterfly back there in the background. So the affirmation that we can say to encapsulate that energy in our solar plexus is, I am confident in me. I am confident in me. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I I am confident in me. Ooh, I like that. I'm confident in me and my feelings. Ooh, yes. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Lindsay. All right. So we'll do harmony in our family dynamics. So whoa, my screen. It did this last time. I'm gonna pause it for a second and then fix whatever's going on with this filter here. Shining bright like the sun. That illumination. Okay, we're gonna do harmony and family dynamics, and so we're gonna be working with some energy for our sacral chakra. That's relationship with self. Ascending again. Yeah, you'll see me ascending live into the 12D. We'll focus on our sacral chakra. That's relationship with self and relationship with others. We'll also work on our Earth Star chakra, because your Earth Star chakra helps connect you to your soul contract. And sometimes, like, we don't always see how certain family dynamics, like why they are the way that they are in our life. But doing a deeper dive into your soul contract and talking to your higher self and your Akashic records can help you sometimes, like, perceive things in a different lens. So we'll do, okay. All right, so this is Himalayan salt. Himalayan salt is a good detoxifier. And so it can help bring things to the forefront that need to be looked at, or help you hold boundaries. Detoxify is not always like a physical thing. Sometimes it's a spiritual thing as well. Spiritual detoxification. Carrie, I don't know if I'm doing readings today. We'll see after this. I might do something like at 11 o'clock EST. So this is going to be for our sacral chakra here. Oh, thank you for the roses. Hey, Amanda. Thank you. My whole body just cracked. Thank you. Oh, good. Good. So I had, thank you for all y'all for the follows. I had a relationship in my life that was causing a lot of duress for a very significant time. Multiple relationships, really. But if you are wanting to kind of like perceive the relationship in a different perspective, this is not going to be representative for everybody. Like abusive relationships, this is not what I'm talking about. Okay. But if you go onto YouTube, there's a video and it's called Little Soul in the Sun, like your soul in the sun. And it really helped me see things differently in my life. It brought me a lot of healing. I definitely recommend it. It's like 13 minutes long. I didn't even realize I needed this. Yay! It's very relaxing for your central nervous system. And sometimes you can have like a lot of emotions come up because we're like so tense all the time. And then when you get in a space that's relaxing, sometimes you, like all that stuff that's been kind of like pushed down, like bubbles up to the surface. But it's good to release those things. But yes, Little Soul in the Sun. Very, very healing and helpful. Right, I'm working on shadow work, and there you are. That's people are like, when do you go live? And I'm like, it really depends on what the collective energy is and what people need. It's like my guide team comes in and they're like, you should do a live tomorrow. Yes, it is like that, Carrie. Like I can hear people out in the ethers being like, it would be a very good time for like healing session. Okay, and then we're gonna work on our Earth Star chakra, because your Earth Star chakra helps connect you to it helps ground your energy. So if you're experiencing a lot of like stress and anxiety, or kind of like feeling detached right now, connecting into your Earth Star helps connect you to Mother Gaia, which also helps connect you to your upper chakras up here, like your Soul Star chakra, to help you kind of see those family dynamics in a different lens and have a different level of understanding. And it's funny, I think our guides communicate because you always post things I need. Oh, good. Good. That's what I tell people, like, as a content creator, like, if you do a lot of research on how to batch content, if that makes sense. I don't really batch a whole lot of content because I just go with the vibe of how I'm experiencing life and, like, what's coming up or what's going on out in the collective. So I don't batch like weeks worth of content. I would be doing that every couple days. If you're interested in learning more about soul contracts or the Akashic records, I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel where I go in depth about those things. There's a link in my, or there is, if you check out resources in my bio, my YouTube channel's on there. That's what I do. I post things that resonate or I've learned recently. Yep. Because we're all kind of like riding that collective wave together and like learning messages. And so if you like ride that wave with everybody, you find there's a lot of people are going through similar things. Alright, and since we're working on our Earth Star chakra, my friend Barbara, who some of y'all know, I haven't brought her in for a healing session for a while. She was like, I would love to join today. So, okay, she's getting heavy. Okay, so this is Barbara. This is my snake plant, and snake plants are very good for when they're like very green and luscious, for helping us remember like we're also thriving quote-unquote plants of earth. Right? They help you breathe. They help detoxify your energy body. And so I'm going to amplify Barbara's healing energy for every one of your Earth Star chakras. Yes. Barbara's getting like really, really big. I have this goose feather in there with her. There's this quote, I'm sure a lot of people have heard it before, where we're all just plants. Like we all need sunshine, and water and attention. Put rose quartz in with her. Oh, is that something she's telling you, Carrie? I've got some rose quartz here. I'll put in there with her. Love Barbara's feather. Yeah, this feather's been in there with her since like the beginning of me having her in our family. Then I'm a nerve plant. I'm dramatic AF. Yeah, that's my orchid plant. She's very dramatic. Very dramatic. Well, thank you, here. I'll put my rose quartz in there with her. She's got some new babies coming up here on the side too. Very exciting. Snake plants are also really good for empaths and light workers because they help remind us to hold boundaries. Boundaries are healthy. And they'll actually teach you about holding boundaries if you ask them. All right. Yeah, my orchids, Celeste is, she's neurotic sometimes. Okay, Excuse me. Okay, so what would we like to focus on next for the energy? Either amplifying or releasing something. Plants in general, loving on them and taking care of them, the best grounding. Absolutely. They help bring like aliveness to your home space too. Especially if you don't have like a whole lot of like bright, bold colors, because I know some people are in apartments and they can't paint and stuff like that. So like having plants, colorful flowers is very beneficial. Okay. If we want to do releasing energy, what would we like to release? Hello, hey, good morning. Yeah, let me know if that music's too loud too. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. My plants came home last week. I didn't realize how much I missed them. Yes. Right? Like when I go on vacation or go travel somewhere, I'm like, my puppies and my plants. We can do that, Michelle, and hey Michelle, we can do a releasing heavy, dense trauma. That would be a very good one. Letting go of heavy, dense trauma. So that we'll focus on our root in our sacral chakra and our heart chakra for that one. Those are ones that we hold up like a lot of shame and guilt and regret. Things like that. And I think sometimes when we're working on healing the past versions of us or the inner child versions of us, and sometimes they're afraid that if we let go of those memories that we're kind of like dissolving their timelines. But what we're doing is we're kind of like detaching our emotions from the memories. Like the memories are always going to be there, but we're detaching the emotional weight associated with the memories and helping them timeline shift into our reality that we're in now. And saying like, hey, we're not trying to get rid of you. We're bringing you along with, and just feeling a little bit more lighter from those experiences and things that have happened. Yeah, like abandonment. Abandonment can definitely be like a heavy, dense trauma. If self-worth and confidence, maybe if you had parents or, figures in your life or you experienced bullying, there's a lot of different energies that we can release here. And I think a good way to look at it too is because most of the things that we're experiencing now, like behavior patterns and triggers, are things that are coming up from childhood, teenage, young adult, narcissistic, abusive relationships, things of that nature. So think about what are those things that I've experienced in the past that I want to help them heal from and help them release from. I don't have much memories for a while now. Sometimes our memories get repressed because it's a safety mechanism, a trauma response, because our inner children, teens, don't want us to relive that. And so they'll kind of like block our view from seeing things sometimes. And so that's why it's important to go back and help them heal so that they feel safe enough to show you those things so you can start working through them. I've been trying to heal for a long time now. It's a journey. We're always on a healing journey. I tell clients and stuff, like, they're like, when am I going to be healed? I'm like, you gonna be working on it forever. Because healing, you can just always heal at deeper levels. Like I'll clear something out, and then a year later I'll be like, I thought I took care of this. But we're just different layers of healing. Okay. Yes, and as I do more shadow work, more is revealed to me. I need to heal so many layers of healing. Yeah, it's just more layers. Like, and you become the higher self, constantly. Go back in and heal at a deeper level. Yes, because you can almost relive your trauma in the now. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I hope you have a great day too. That's where we get behavioral patterns and triggers in adulthood, is because we're reliving a lot of those things that have happened in the past, but we see it as things that are because of right now, but usually they're just a different flavor of things that have happened in the past. But you always feel better after healing, absolutely. Okay, so this is Argonite. Argonite is really good for releasing that heavy, dense trauma that we're talking about, like that on in our emotions that are attached to those memories. So this is going to be for our root chakra, our sacral chakra, and our heart chakra. So even in your mind, like right now, we can kind of envision that we have our inner child or our young adult version in front of us, teenage self, and you can say to them etherically or in your minds, like, hey, I'm gonna help you release blank, whatever it is that you're working through. And if it's a lot of things, you can just say like pain or sadness. It doesn't have to be like specific necessarily. How does one align its perception to reality? If you want to send me a message on Instagram, because that's something I'd have to take like a deeper dive on as far as the chat, you can send me a message over there, Soul Harmony Magic. There's a lot of layers to that. More than I can answer right now. Oh, you're welcome, Michelle. I'm glad you're enjoying the healing. When I went to this new metaphysical store and I walked in and like I made a beeline for this table and like picked this up, like before even like looking at it, it was calling me and I picked it up and I was like, oh, and then I read what it was for and I was like, yep. Like I need that. Hey Nadia, hey, good morning. Also, if you are processing through a lot of heavy emotions right now, if you put like waterfalls or lakes or creeks or streams on your television, like on YouTube or whatever that is for you, it can really help you process through those things. Like even just like looking at water that's moving can help do a lot of releasing in and of itself. Or if you can sit next to a body of water and do that reflection, and you can ask the water consciousness to also help you release. Okay, so what would we like to focus on for the energy? We can do something for releasing, we can do something for amplifying. So if you have anything in particular, you can put it in the chat. It looks like I'm wearing a headdress. Oh, thank you, that was super cute. Oh, that's a good one. Good luck. Okay. I'm going to phrase it in a different way because I think, and this is like, no, this is just my opinion, okay? I think sometimes when we are trying to amplify things like luck, sometimes it takes a lot of power out of our own hands. Like, it's up to chance, kind of, like what happens. And so I'm gonna rephrase that a little bit of like us having like better perceptions of how we're creators of our own reality and amplify our like quote unquote manifesting abilities and like seeing ourselves as divine creators, and that like we meet the universe halfway through inspired action, and then surrendering and letting, you know, the universe and our guides and higher self take over the other half. So kind of like meeting halfway there. Yes, good luck and good energy. So maybe amplifying our creation skills is what we'll do. Okay. Let's do... okay. So this is peacock ore. I don't know if y'all can like see, it's like rainbow color. But peacock ore is really good for your soul star chakra, and that is, or not, your soul star chakra. I was trying to say stellar gateway. Your soul star chakra, and helping you see your like true divine essence and your capabilities. Connecting to your soul star chakra can also help you harness your gifts and understand I'm trying to say understand instead, understand your gifts at a deeper capacity, or unlock new spiritual gifts. Nice. This is green moss agate, which is a growth and transformation stone. So green moss agate can also help amplify your spiritual abilities as well, your creator energy. This is going to be for our sacral and our solar plexus chakra, because your sacral chakra is where you birth creations from, and your solar plexus chakra is like that energy, that drive to do that inspired action to meet the universe halfway with your manifestations. It can also help you connect to nature spirits. If that's something you want to do, like fairies or unicorns or tree spirits. Hey Tiffany. Good to see you too. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Inspired action to meet the universe halfway. Thank you for those. Love, moss agate. Yes. That's where that's a balance between divine feminine energy and divine masculine energy really come into play there for manifestations, because you got to have both. Oh, I'm sorry you have not been having a good week, Tiffany. Maybe this will help soothe everything. choose tree spirits and animal spirits. Yeah, animal spirits are part of nature spirits as well. So that's awesome, Sarah. Hello from Canada. I'm from Georgia, the state of Georgia. If you can tell by my accent. Oh, thank you. That about my hair. I appreciate it. And love that. Manifest all your desire, folks. Hello from the UK. Hopefully one day I'll be over there to visit. This is Palo Santo here. Okay. So what would we like to focus on for the energies here? You can put it in the chat if you have something specifically. Oh, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. If you want to stay updated when I go live, because I don't have specific times, but I do let people know beforehand in my Discord. And for those of you on YouTube, the Discord will be in the description. And for those of you who are live here, the Discord's on my profile page under my resources tab. I also put in tons of resources in the Discord for all things spirituality, business, psychology. It's a mixed bag. In this place for us to all chat and talk to one another. Okay, we can do alleviating stress and anxiety. I think that's good. Stress and anxiety. That's good. Okay, so this is my selenite wand. Selenite is really good for doing like a cosmic wash of any like heavy dense energy that's in your system or snags in your meridian lines, because meridian lines are what connect all of our chakras to one another, and when we have stress and anxiety, our body kind of like constricts and it creates hard and dense energy, and that's where we get like blocks and things not flowing like they should. And so if you do a selenite wand over you, it can help like pull that stuck and stagnant energy out of your meridian lines and help you get back flowing and moving, because stress and anxiety cause a lot of like disease, dis-ease, and a lot of our tenseness is from like doing this with those anxious thoughts. So we're going to do some, so if you feel pulling in your body, it's the quantum energy healing. And if it's too intense, you can always ask the healing to tune it down. Sometimes there'll be people like, oh, I feel a lot of pulling in my chakras. Well, you have power over your energy body. You can ask it to do whatever you need it to do for you. I feel like you're making so many intuitive, energetic things make sense to the brain this morning. Oh, good. Good. How long are each of these sessions? It really just depends. Usually they're an hour. But it just depends. Sometimes it'll be like an hour and a half, sometimes 45 minutes. And I have a lot of replays up on my YouTube channel if anybody wants to subscribe. That helps me reach more people. I just did one for the Aries full moon to bring in those energies, and then I explained all of the things that are coming up as far as like shadow work or things to release or things to amplify, so that's up there as well. Wow, that one brings head tingles, beautiful. Yay! I always try and do from like your crown chakra like down and grounds into the earth, so it's a lot, you feel like a lot of energy sometimes like up here in your upper three chakras. We're asking it to ground that down into Mother Gaia. It's also very important if you have ADHD specifically, or you experience a lot of anxiety, that we're going outside and we're putting our bare feet on the earth and we are jumping up and down a couple times, because it's one thing to put your feet on the earth. It is another thing to, if you jump on the earth with your bare feet, it like supercharges all that stuff into the ground. Pro tip. Because we have very frazzly electrical systems when you are connected into the collective grid as a psychic. It's not just individual stuff that's going on, like you're picking up on all the stuff going on in the world, in your community and stuff like that. So you got to do like extra grounding, because you think that stuff is yours a lot of times, like even like really big waves of sadness or frustration, and it is us because we are the collective and the collective is us. But a lot of times we need to take a second when you start feeling overwhelmed and be like, is this mine, or is it because I'm connected into the collective psychic grid? And just take a pause and ask yourself that. It has saved me a lot of panic attacks, okay, and getting overwhelmed and burnt out, because I'm like, oh yeah, there's a lot going on right now, like maybe that's not all my stuff. And it's not your job to transmute all of it on your own either. Like, look at all us in here. sharing, I know you don't see it on YouTube, but all the people that are here right now, sharing the responsibility. And it's not all your responsibility. That's why it's very important when you're having low days to take self-care days, because there's other light workers and empaths in the grid too that are having like really awesome days and super high energy, and they're like doing their transmuting work so you can take a break. Okay, and then when they're not feeling their best and you're feeling great, that's when you can do your work, right? But you're not by yourself. I feel it in waves, almost like it's not mine. Yeah, it's just because we're connected into many different grids. Like a lot of us are grid workers too. Take turns. I love that. Yeah. Yes. That's why, like, if you're a light worker empath and you're broke down and stressed and anxious and not filling your cup up and doing self-care, like that's really not helping yourself or the collective grid. That's why you hear all the time, like, you got to fill your own cup before you start filling other people's cups, because we're not helping anybody if we're anxious and stressed all the time. So it's okay to take a break, because there's other light workers and empaths that are on the up of not being anxious and stressed. And then you'll do that for them when you are feeling better. All right. And then we're going to come in with some green fluorite, because green fluorite is very good for your physical body, your physical energy. It's good for releasing stress and anxiety. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. And oftentimes, like, the people that are in here that are energy healers and spiritual coaches and things of that nature, oftentimes, like, it's a big responsibility, because we're often at the forefront of these lessons, so we can go back and like help others with it. And so that's why sometimes you get hit in the face, quote unquote, with things and lessons and whatever, because you're gonna go help your clients or other people that like need help with that. And so it's really important that you take care of yourself while you're going through those lessons, because experience is the best teacher. Good morning. Good morning. So right now we're working on everyone's meridian lines and pulling out the snags. Pardon crystalline energy. Oh, thank you, Lindsay, for sharing the live. Thank you. Oh, look, Jenny, you put those 3 little green hearts like right when it changed over to the green energy back here. All right, so what would we like to focus on in the chat now? You can put whether you want to help amplify something specifically or release something. And I'll give everybody a minute to put their requests in. And this is some peppermint spray here. If you want to accept that, you can say I accept. Very good for your central nervous system. I just got a bunch of it in my mouth. I always forget to I'm talking while it's raining. This is moon water that I made with the Aries full moon, and it's good for cleansing and clearing as well. This flute over here be fluting. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. And for those of you that just popped in, that's my pug snoring in the background back there. Mr. Pugs. Mr. Pugs. Mr. Pugs. Mr. Pugs. Come here. Come here. Come here. He looked at me like, I know you did not just wake me up. I was trying to get him to come in the screen. That he not having it. All right, and this is some sage here. Right, so what I was hearing is something that would be good to do some releasing on is guilt, kind of like what we were talking about earlier of thinking that you're not doing enough or that you're not enough or that you're not helping enough, just that underlying self-worth, and knowing that you are enough exactly how you are and that you are doing enough. And that forward movement is forward movement, because sometimes we forget that, oh, I'm not making enough progress, when if you work on something a little bit every day, forward movement is forward movement. And so we're going to, let's see, what do we want to use here? All right, so this is obsidian, so we're going to do this for our heart healing, because a lot of that is that guilt. It's coming from our heart space, and then we'll do our root chakra with the self-worth. And this is very good for grounding as well. I just want you to know how much you've helped me on my spiritual journey. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I'm glad I was able to, or I'm able to help you on your journey as you have helped me on mine. And I really like this piece. My friend sent me this. If you can see, it kind of looks like a spear, like a dagger. And in tarot or just spirituality, it's cutting to the truth of things. So this is kind of cutting to the truth of who you are, and that you are enough and you are doing enough. And cutting through those self-limiting beliefs of not being worthy. I pulled a higher heart card right before I popped on. Oh, that's awesome. Love that. High heart chakra. I don't talk about that one as much. I need to make some videos about that. We could even get into the high heart chakra healing with high heart chakra is where we hold a lot of generational trauma, and a lot of self-worth things come from generational trauma. whether that's like parents or like what your parents learned from their parents, or societal generational trauma of saying like you got to be productive 24/7. I definitely need to learn more about that and heal. Yeah, there's some videos. There's not as much information about the high heart chakra, but you can find some on YouTube. And start doing like a deep dive there. It's also like your high heart chakra is where you connect with your ancestors, and it's where you channel light language and light codes in through your causal chakra up here, but it comes out through your high heart chakra. When people say like I speak from my heart, it's the connector from your throat chakra to your heart chakra, your high heart chakra. I speak from my heart. So when we're speaking light language or practicing light language, it's coming from that space. And it is turquoise. And somebody who's a really good spirit guide to work with ancestral healing or connection or generational trauma is White Eagle. He's a Native American spirit guide. He is very helpful for those things. And he can also help connect you to in shamanism, the lower world is where we connect with our ancestor spirits, and he's very good at helping you make those connections and helping you like hear them more clearly. My dad is one of those that you need to be working all the time. Yes, that is a generational trauma thing, for sure. That you have to be working super duper hard all the time in order to be successful. Oh, there, they match. On the bottom there. All right. Oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome. He is wonderful to work with. I really enjoy working with him. You're speaking to me. Shamanic studies is on my list. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, you probably want to look up the lower world, the middle world, and the upper world. That's a good place to start in shamanism. Also working with spirit animals is a very good place to start. Okay, as we are closing out here, if anybody wants some extra support to dive deeper into the things that we're talking about today, or healing those things, especially with like generational trauma and self-worth and confidence, I do offer individual sessions. I also have a coaching program. And for those of on YouTube, the information is down in the description. And those of you here live, you can go to my profile and click the resources tab, and I have a lot more information there and resources. And then if you want to join the community, you can join the Discord, and that's also on my profile. And that's a place where we all talk to one another, and we can put resources for one another in there as well to help us learn and grow. And then if you are a energy healer or a spiritual coach that's doing it part-time and you want to move into that full-time, I just finished up a masterclass where I put in all the things that I learned the last 3 years to help me to get to where I'm at. And it's a free masterclass, and there is a, if you check out the resources tab on my profile, you can download it there. And then for you, for those of you that are YouTube, it's in the description. Everything's in the description down there. And this will be up on my YouTube later today. Oh, thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Y'all are so sweet. All right, everybody. Hopefully it's helped us do a lot of releasing and amplifying for things in our life. I hope everybody has a very magical day. I appreciate you. Well, I love every time I connect with you and your content. You help me so much with so many things. Oh, thank you, Nadia. You're so sweet. I appreciate you. I'm glad that you can help me on your journey. And I always appreciate everybody that comes to these healing spaces, because I always let you know it's not just me to you, it's also you healing me and us healing the collective. Like, we're all individual souls that are coming together in a group to raise our individual frequency, but also raise the collective frequency. So all kind of mirror reflections creating this space, right? And so thank you to Mother Gaia and the spirits that came to help us today, Crystal Friends, Barbara, Mr. Pugs back there in the background with the ASMR vibes, the snoring vibes. Sarah, I hope you have a very good day at work with your deliveries, and you deliver them with ease and grace. Thank you. I hope everybody has a wonderful day as well. Follow along if you want more lives. Join the Discord if you want to stay updated when I go live. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.